The Sisters of St. Joseph of Orange are a group of women who experience the call to be consecrated women religious in the church. They're also in the tradition of Sisters of St. Joseph. He took care of the vulnerable. Even before he knew about how Mary became pregnant, he loved Mary. He wanted to be faithful to her. People of the earliest days in our community thought that Joseph's love, that faithful, patient, kind, quiet love that stays faithful to the people they love, that takes care of the vulnerable, that sees everybody around them, that kind of love is going to be the deepest core of our being. So Sisters of St. Joseph try to be workers like Joseph. They're people who focus on what can we do to work to make things better.
The spirituality of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Orange is all about relationships. It's based on our Trinitarian spirituality of the relationships between the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And as Sisters of St. Joseph, we too are called to that same Trinitarian relational way of being in our world.
Spirituality reflects how we are like God. The more we work on our spirituality, the more our being made in God's image shows up.
Our spirituality is both practical and mystical. There's the mystical portion of the Trinity, and yet it's a practical way of living the way Jesus lived through the gift of the Holy Spirit in accordance to how God is calling us in our lives.
I often think about the essence of the spirituality that the sisters bring to us. It was really inherited through Father Jean-Pierre Médaille, whose spirituality he really sums up, or I'll paraphrase it this way: I love love, and may love flow through me. And that love word is with a capital L, meaning you can sort of substitute the word God for that. I love God, and may the love of God flow through me every single day. And that's what I aspire to. And I know that that's what our employees aspire to every single day.
One of the words we use quite often in the early documents and with Father Médaille was self-emptying love. That means to get through all the things that block us from being the best person that God called us to be, to get rid of all of those things inside that impede the grace of God to act in our lives, and to be filled with the love of God and bring that out to the people in our world and the people with whom we live and work.
To become self-emptied is not very popular in our day and age. It's about what I can do and what I can have and how I can be more than. So I think it means letting go of the ego, letting go of necessarily how I see something, so I can expand myself and be open to another. So when you're more of an empty vessel, or you're more open to another because you're not attached, the possibility of having a bigger picture and having a new idea becomes a possible thing. So I think by emptying ourselves, letting go is what I think it means. We have the possibility of really being more inclusive. It's not an easy task, and I think we grapple with the meaning of that all the time.
God is always there.
God's present in nature, in people. Where is God not present?
And for me, God is always present, and sometimes where I don't expect. God's love is central to who and what we do and what we are. We try to reflect that, not better than someone else, but in our own individual way, so that when we come to ministry, that's, I think, first and foremost seen by the other. Not so much what we do, but that God's love is present in what we do.
There's an expression that the love of Christ impels me or urges me on. That's really it. I've been loved. I'd like other people to experience that love. What the world needs now is active, inclusive love. It needs respect for each person. It needs an appreciation of diversity, whether it's of culture, or language, or religious beliefs, or worldviews, or the way people talk. What the world needs is a sense of a common humanity. So what the world needs all the time and what the world needs today is love. And I think as a Sister of St. Joseph of Orange, or as a whole congregation of Sisters of St. Joseph, we can bring that to the world.